Elon Musk just faced a huge blow when the S&P 500 dropped his company Tesla from this year's ESG index. The company's stocks fell following this decision, and Elon wasn't going to back down without a fight. What shocking accusations has Elon made about Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum? Let's find out. Elon Musk has always championed himself on two things: as a savior of the environment and as a champion of free speech. The ESG index has indicated that he might not be either. Elon Musk's electric car company is based on the premise that it will bring a revolution in the automobile industry that will save our planet. Granted, shifting to electric vehicles will be better for the Earth than burning fossil fuels, but the company needs to be just as environmentally friendly in its manufacturing as it promises to be. Elon prides himself on being an advocate of free speech for everybody. In fact, he apparently feels so strongly about it that he decided to buy Twitter just to remove all censorship rules. Even though he thinks of himself as this philanthropist, S&P 500 disagrees. The ESG index is an important standard because it lets investors know which companies and firms to invest in. The index provides a ranking of firms based on the environmental and social impacts these companies have on everyone involved. The index is very detailed and focuses on a lot of different aspects of the firm's inner workings: how the company impacts the environment, how it treats its employees, customers, investors, and etc. The ESG score focuses on things that the traditional financial evaluations do not consider. Instead of only seeing how much revenue a firm is generating, the ESG index also considers how diverse the board of directors of a firm is, whether the worker safety is being prioritized, and if energy efficiency is being considered. All these things have a huge role in any firm's success, so it's no surprise that investors take these ratings very seriously. It came as a shock when Tesla scored pretty low on the index, whereas a lot of other major empires like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. made it to the list once again. A spokesperson for the index explained that Tesla's lack of a low-carbon strategy and codes of business conduct impacted the score. Not just this, the prevalent racism and terrible working conditions recorded at Tesla's Fremont, California facility resulted in a low ESG score. Turns out, Tesla isn't as environmentally friendly as we imagined. The factories contribute greatly to air pollution and even ranked 26th on the UMass Amherst Political Economy Research Institute's Toxic 100 Air Polluters Index. Not just this, the company is also being investigated for its waste management practices in California. In Germany, Tesla was fined because it failed to satisfy the country's take-back responsibilities for old batteries. Tesla is also a place for rampant racism, according to different accounts. The company has been accused of keeping Black employees in low-level positions, despite being more competent, assigning them to more risky jobs as compared to their white counterparts. To make matters worse, the company is known for retaliating against anyone who complains about racial discrimination and racial comments at the workplace. All of this explains why Tesla has been dropped from the ESG list, but Elon isn't convinced. He thinks it is some big conspiracy against him. He's gone so far as to call corporate ESG the devil incarnate. As always, Elon has taken to his favorite social media app, Twitter, to express his dislike. He thinks the whole S&P 500 has lost its integrity. Elon Musk thinks we should all be focusing on the positives, which is a great lesson in life, but sometimes you also have to measure the negatives. Unfortunately, Elon disagrees. He thinks it's important to keep the bigger picture in our minds. If a factory has very high carbon emissions, but produces electric cars, then it's good for the environment. Elon tweeted that a lot of firms got higher ESG ratings because they managed to decrease their greenhouse gas emissions, but inside these factories, they continue to manufacture internal combustion engine vehicles. Elon thinks ESG is no longer a valid and legitimate indicator of social and environmental effect. In fact, it's only a puppet for phony social justice warriors. Although Elon does have a point, it still sounds like a lazy excuse for not meeting environmental laws. If he cares about the environment, he should be making the changes required to make his factories less harmful for the environment. Until he does so, Tesla stock will continue to suffer. Just after the announcement, the stock for the company fell 6%. This year, the company's stock dropped by more than 30%. It's very clear that Elon needs to focus his attention on making the much-needed changes to the way Tesla is being run. Although Elon may not be entirely wrong about his complaints regarding the way ESG works, it's clear that focusing on providing his employees their basic rights and making his company more eco-friendly would solve the problems. Click on one of the 2 videos on the screen right now.